Okay, can you please key in this function into your calculator? Okay, so can you please key this into your calculator as Y1? I told you already, you have to make sure you know how to use your calculator to help you to manipulate the thing. So your Y1 is this function, okay? So you key into your GC, yeah? Everyone? Okay. Then in your GC, make sure your Y2 is this. Okay. And your Y3 is this. Everyone got that? Okay. Everyone key in already? Okay, I just want you to try to get the graph of Y1, try to get the graph of Fx and see how it go. Try to get the graph of Fx and see how it go. Just get the graph of Fx first. You go to window, you know what? Go to window, then you set the domain 0 to 12. Then you do a zoom fit.
Set the domain.
You know how to set the domain? You go to window. You go to window. You have your X minimum, correct?
Yeah.
Put 0. Your X maximum, you put 12. Then you do a zoom. Then you select, go down, zoom fit. Zoom fit is 0. Okay. So you will get a graph that is go in this way. Okay, you can go to second trace and you go to value, you can get the value. Okay, when X equal to 0, your Y1 is equal to 1.04. I round off. So the graph go like that. Okay, when X equal to 12, you can go second trace. And your value here is 0.566. Okay, so you can also find this turning point. Do you know how to find the turning point? You go second trace. Then you go the maximum. This one, your GC, you go second, then you press this button, trace, then you select maximum. Okay. So you will get this coordinate. Then you have the left bound and the right bound. Correct? So you know how to bring your cursor, correct? So everyone is doing it. If you can't, you please let me know now, straight away. You go left bound, enter, then you bring the cursor to the right bound. Yeah. Okay, how I know this is, hold on, let me finish up this one first. Okay, then you go to the right bound, then you put enter, then they come out with guess, you put enter again, then you will get. So this maximum point, according to the GC given, is the X is 0.718 and the Y is 1.10. Okay, yeah. Hello?
Correct.
Correct, Okay, just now we have friends who ask me how I get this one. So what you need to do is this one, if you are in the graph, you use second, trace, then the first one is the value. Okay, so you put second, trace, yeah, then you select first one, the value, then on the screen with the graph, they will have an X equal to come out. So you want to know when X equal to 0, because this is the origin. So you type in 0, then you put enter. So the come out here will be Y equal to 1.0397. So I round off. So everyone, are you clear how to use your GC? So okay. So done with the GC. So that is how you should know how to manipulate with your GC. Okay or not? So now, if I not want to draw the Y2 graph, okay, if I have the Y1 graph, I also can do the Y2 graph without the Y. Okay, so how to do the Y2 graph? Okay, so now I'm going to teach you how to get the Y2 graph. That means how to get the F prime X graph. Using GC, we don't do it manually, okay, using GC. So we know that from the FX graph, the Y1 graph, we know that my Y2 graph, it will pass through this point. This is the X-intercept, right? This is the X-intercept. Are you okay? So far, okay. So now, that means I know that my Y2 graph, it starts from 0, it will pass through this point, 0.718. And you see this graph is going, the FX graph is going up. So my F prime X will be positive. And after that is going down. So this part after this, it will be negative until 12. Clear? So you can have this. So far, so good, everyone? Okay, so if you want to know the shape of Y2 graph, what you can do is you unhighlight Y1 and highlight Y3. Only Y2 is highlighted. Do you know how to unhighlight? You go to the equal sign, then you put enter for y1. Then you go to y2, you put enter, equal sign, then you put enter, then it's highlighted. Then after that, you go to your window, same thing, put your x minimum as 0. I hope everyone is following me. And x maximum as 12. Then you go to zoom, fit, same thing. Then you wait for a while. You just relax and wait for a while.
Miss, can you slow down? I didn't catch everything.
Okay. So can you please go to y equal to button? Y equal to button. Just now your y1, this is highlighted, correct? It's black, am I right? So you bring the cursor to there. Okay, bring the cursor to the y equal to for y1, you put enter. Then you bring the cursor away, then the enter, the black color of this will disappear. The moment you put enter, press this button enter, then you see your y1 will become like that. It's not highlighted, okay? Then after that, you bring your cursor to your y2. Your y2 is not highlighted, correct, at the beginning. So you bring your cursor to here, then you put enter. Then your y2 will be highlighted. It will be black. Are you okay so far? Okay. Then after you have done this, you go to your window. Same thing, your x minimum, 0, your x maximum, 12. You got it? Got it?
Miss, Y3 also no need highlight, right?
Y3 also no need highlight. Everything now, I just want y2. That is my f prime x. So I don't want to confuse myself. You understand or not? You just go graph by graph. You don't put everything together. You get very confused. Hello?
Teacher, can I ask a question?
Can.
The FX graph, right? Why did you mark 12 and 0.566?
Oh, because when I sketch the graph, I have to have the starting point, ending point, and the turning point. That is the requirement when you sketch a graph. Hello? Do you get
what point is that?
There, the domain?
Oh, all right.
It ends here. It starts here. It turns there. So that is the requirement. So you have to keep practicing until you can do all this in a very fast manner. So you can do the same question over and over again until you are so used to it, you know the step. So after you have done this, you go to zoom again. Then you select zoom fit. Then your calculator will come out the graph like that. Okay, I have my graph with me already. Okay, the graph will go like that. So you are supposed to get this 3 point again. So you go second trace. First you go value, then you put 0. Then the answer is, here is 0.230. And I put 12. Then it go 12, it will be negative 0.001. 0.0251. Okay. Then I want to find the minimum point. So I put second trace. So I get minimum. Okay, left bound, right bound again. Everyone should know how to get left bound, right bound. So you have to train yourself to know how to sketch the graph in a very fast manner. Then you go right bound. You use your cursor to move. Then you guess, you put enter. So the minimum point is 2.481. Okay, and negative 0.0746. 47. Round off. Are you okay? So you should be able to get the graph, okay, in less than 2 minutes. So before your exam, your calculator should have this. Always, just leave this here. We only change this. The Y2 and Y3, we are not going to change. Hello? Are you okay? Class? So far, so good? Okay. So based on these two graphs, actually, I can draw the sine diagram of f prime x and f double prime x without calculus. Do you know that? Yeah, so I can have this sine diagram without calculus. So now, so for f prime x, you look, f prime x is equal to 0 when my x is equal to 0.718. So I mark it down. Okay. So if you look, f prime x is positive. Yeah, from 0 to 0.718 because the graph is above the x-axis. So positive. And after 0.718 second or x to 12, then the graph is below the x-axis, so it's negative. Okay, so when we talk about inflection, when we talk about f double prime, we look at the f prime x graph. This is the stationary point of f prime x. So I will make a mark here. That means I know that f double prime, so this information give me f double prime 2.481 is equal to 0 because this is the stationary point of f prime x. So I put here 2.481. And if you look at f prime x graph is going down, means f double prime x is negative. Then after that, it go up. So it's positive. That's it. So whenever you have in the exam, if you are a person who is not good in calculus, you're not good in calculus, correct? You can't do the differentiation or whatsoever, correct? So what you can do is You use your GC to help you to gain as many marks as possible. Are you clear? So in this test, because you have your GC, so your GC can help you to do a lot of things. Are you okay? Okay, what do you want me to repeat? Like for example, correct? In the kinematic, usually they will give you a function. Then they will ask you to find the velocity function. They ask you to find the acceleration function, correct? Then after that, they ask you to draw the sign diagram, am I right? So if you are not good in differentiation, then you find the velocity function will be a challenge to you. So you can use your graphic calculator, draw the graph and draw the sign diagram. You only miss out mark for the function. So you won't miss out mark for the sign diagram. Do you get me? Hello? So learn up how to manipulate with the things. It doesn't mean that in this test, you don't have the function, you cannot do the rest. You still can.
Miss,
Hmm?
how did you get the x-intercept?
How do I get the what?
The x-intercept.
You mean here?
Yeah, that one.
Okay, how do I get it? Just now I said you have to look at your there are two ways. You can get your x-intercept by using, if you are referring to this f prime x graph, you can go to second trace. Then you see after that you got the word 0. You select this 0. Then you go left bound, right bound, then you also can get the answer.
Oh, okay, okay.
If not, I can get it from here. Depend on what graph do you have. So you must be a person who is versatile. You must know what this graph mentioned to you, what is the meaning of the other graph, and how you link them together. So that's why we have to learn curve property first. Then we go to the application. Hello? So any more question on the graph? On how you use your graphic calculator to help you to do something, even you don't know calculus? So you see how much time you can save. If you everything do manually, correct, you may not be able to finish the paper. That is the purpose why we give you your graphic calculator. Because I didn't ask for exact value. As long as question didn't ask for exact value, you are allowed to use your graphic calculator to find out any value that you want. Okay, anyone? You have any further question? Because for the past, correct, I didn't stretch on graphic calculator. So a lot of students, the moment they don't know how to differentiate, correct, they just leave it blank. That's why a lot of students fail this test. The reason is that. So that's why today I decide, make sure everyone know how to use your graphic calculator. So can I assume everyone know how to use a graphic calculator? If you are still not familiar, can you please review this video and try it over and over again and pause and try. Okay? Then if you still cannot, then we see how tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, how we do. So I'm here to help you. So please do your part. Okay. So I'm going to show you how we do the application. Okay, how we do the application for this. Can we? Okay, like for example, in the question, I can say, this is my ST. Still remember what is ST? Okay, so what is displacement function, correct? Okay, I can give you a displacement function. So usually when you come to kinematic, the first question will ask you to find the velocity function, then draw the sign diagram, then the acceleration function, then draw the sign diagram. I told you already, the sign diagram can be done. And after that, they will ask you to sketch the graph. So you read the whole question first. They will ask you to sketch the graph of VT, or they will ask you to sketch the graph of ST, or I don't know. Then they may ask you to all the things, all the possible questions, you can get it from your SAT. Correct? Okay. So can everyone take some time to try to how to get the VT function from here? I told you already, sign diagram, you just can use graph to help you. Okay. Try to get manually the VT function. And after you get your VT function, you get your AT function. I give you some time to do it. This is not easy, I'm telling you. You have to use your quotient rule and you have to be very careful. Okay, so first of all, if you see a tree here, what you can put is, you can put the tree outside. Okay, you can put a big bracket. Okay, you know it's quotient rule. So I know it has to be divided. So now my V, okay, in this case, you try not to use V and U because of the velocity. So is the bottom times by the derivative of the top. The derivative of the top is ln, so it will be t plus 2. Derivative for t is 1. Then take away, remember, t plus 2, yes, thank you. So remember, quotient rule, it must start from the derivative of the top. Okay, then take away the top times by the derivative of the bottom, which is 1. Then divide by the bottom square. So you just have to do it slowly. Okay, so now we start to simplify. Cancel, cancel. So it becomes 3, 1 minus ln t plus 2, the whole thing over t plus 2 squared. Okay, so I'm done with my VT. So when you come to draw this sign diagram, correct? You see, then you have to find the 0 and so on. You can do manually, but I'm not going to. So I read the whole questions. I use my GC to help me. So I have my V prime T sign diagram from 0 to 12, just now in front, correct? I mark down here 1.7. Okay, if you look, have a look at it, it's 1.718. Okay, here is positive, here is negative. So you see, in the exam, correct, usually each one is 2 marks. So you get 1 mark here, you get 1 mark here. So if you don't know how to do this from here, you still can get your 1 mark using your GC. You get me? So how important is, okay, but over here, I will tell you how I get this value from here. Okay, so VT equal to 0. Yeah, so I have 1 minus ln t plus 2 equal to 0. So my ln t plus 2 is equal to 1. So t plus 2 is equal to e. So my t equal to e minus 2. So that's why I got 1.718. This is exact value. Sometimes we have to learn also how to get the exact value, whereby the velocity is equal to 0. Exact time when the velocity is equal to 0, because this is depend on the question. So if I'm a person who is not very good in math, so if I got exact value, then I just no choice. I'm not going to waste my time for this 1 mark. I'm going to use my GC. That's why sometimes you have to be very decisive when you do your exam. Is that, yeah, I'm not very good in maths. I'm not going to cry over it. I'm going to see what sort of resources I have, what sort of instrument I have that can help me at least not to fail. Yeah, God is very fair in the sense that he gives everyone good in certain thing, but I'm not good in that thing. That doesn't mean that I shouldn't learn. There is a way. So you have to look at things like that. That is called never give up. Okay, can or not? Okay. So for the AT, you just leave the 3 outside also. This one you have to be very careful in the sense that now the whole thing here, yes, Kevin. E minus 2 is? So the exact value is this one. This is approximate value. When you put in decimal, this is approximate value already. Are you okay, Kevin? Hello? Okay, so we go to your AT. So when you talk about your AT, the top is here. This is your top. This whole thing is the top. Okay, and t plus 2 square is the bottom. So now we do the same thing. Okay, the bottom. Okay, time by the derivative of the top. Be careful, here is a minus. So negative 1 over t plus 2. Take away, okay, the top, 1 minus ln t plus 2. Close. Time by the bottom is, you have to use chain rule. 2 t plus 2 power 1, derivative for t is 1. Close. Then t plus 2, the whole thing to the power of 4. Okay. So now we can start to simplify. If you don't know, you just leave it like that. Okay, it's fine. So cancel. Okay, then I can simplify like that again. This one become power 3. This one cancel off. this one cancel off. So that is how you look at the things. I use different color to let you know how I do the simplification. So you don't have to rewrite the thing, because sometimes the more you write, the worse it becomes. Okay? So it will end up to be 3. So it's negative 1 minus 1 minus ln t plus 2. Then this is 2 over t plus 2, the whole thing cube. So this is your AT function. So what you can do is you expand together with this one. Yeah. So you got 3 negative 1 minus 2 plus negative times negative, you got positive 2 ln t plus 1 plus 2 over t plus 2, the whole thing cube. This is your AT function. So you want to do your AT sign diagram? You can do it even you don't have the function. You have the graph, correct? So just now from the front, yeah, you can get it 0 to 12, and from here 2.481. This is the approximate value, okay? And here is a minus, and here is a plus. So from here, I can know when is the speed is decreasing. When speed decreasing, sign must be different. Okay, then I can talk about total distance travel. Right? Okay, student, clear? So please learn how to use your GC properly. You fail to use your GC for this test, you are going to fail the whole thing. If you everything do it manually, you won't be able to finish the paper. Clear? Okay, like for example, I can continue here. Okay, speed increasing. Okay, that means my T have to be between 1.718 to 2.481. All right, same sign. Yeah, because your VT, let me draw it again. 1.718. This is a plus, this is a minus. Your AT. $2.481. This is a plus, this is a minus. See, same sign, minus. So this region, right? So these are all the things that I may ask you for motion in the straight line or kinematic. Then total distance travel shouldn't be a problem. Yesterday we have discussed that. Okay. So any further question?
Miss, for the AT sign diagram, if the sign is negative, does it mean that it is decelerating?
Yeah, it's decelerating. You are right.
Oh, okay.
But decelerating doesn't mean that Okay, when you say decelerate, that means if it is a positive velocity, that means if from positive 5 meter per second to 3 meter per second to 2 meter per second. That's called decelerate. But if it's a negative velocity, that means if from negative 10 to negative 2, that is also called decelerate. You get me? Hello, any other question? So when you want to know about speed increasing or decreasing, you have to have both VT and AT sign diagram. Same sign, increasing speed. Different sign, decreasing speed. Okay. So if you have a problem with other SAT, you may text me first, then I will see whether I'm going to discuss. So we agree upon, I better record this one. We agree upon for this one whole week, we have the online class. Okay? Any objection? Okay, no objection, so we just leave it. Okay. Okay, so I will see you tomorrow online.
Thanks, miss.
Okay, thank you,
Thank you,
class.
miss. Thank you.